story. And the way she's going about this, talking about these things in her private Discord server instead of in public, is very telling.
But like, oh my God, like I've been sitting here for the last 4 minutes and 28 seconds watching the most cringiest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. And you're telling me people willingly join her Discord? Don't tell me. Please don't tell me people pay for her Discord, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Put her in fucking jail, man. That's what we gonna do. Put her in fucking jail, bro. This is crazy. TikTok's new cringiest predator. Let's check it out, man.
The new cringiest TikToker is facing serious allegations. I'm sure you've all seen this individual before who goes by Fibs. They're an up-and-coming cringe talker with over 45,000 followers. Her whole content style, or whatever you want to call it, is literally just her acting like she's in an edit. Just look up on screen and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And by the way, this is a grown adult woman.
That's why I haven't said none yet. I thought this was like a child, like a 15, 16, 17-year-old. This is a grown woman, bro. Y'all gotta get y'all priorities right, man.
So, as you can imagine, these kinds of videos are what blew her up on TikTok and attracted a lot of attention towards her. At some point, I assume it was early on into her career, she would open up a public Discord server. This server is where a lot of bad things would allegedly occur.
This shit is pissing me off. How many times you gonna shrug your shoulders, my nigga?
A few weeks ago, multiple accounts would pop up accusing Fibs of a lot of heinous things. These accusations include, but aren't limited to, predator allegations, CSAM, and some really disturbing conversations where Fibs was apparently and seemingly encouraging other server members to get their significant others to carve names. It's something awful and very, very grotesque and degenerate. Starting off with the predator allegations, these are backed by a single screenshot that's been making its rounds on TikTok lately. It appears to be Fibs having a conversation with an alleged minor where she asks them out. What a lot of people fail to realize, or are intentionally using it misleadingly, is that this was taken, or at least the messages were sent, almost 2 years ago. Given that Fibs is 19 now, she very well could have been 17 when these messages were exchanged. And yes, even still, a 17-year-old being with someone 3 years below that is very weird, in my opinion. Extremely weird, actually, but it's a lot different than what people are making it out to be. Secondly, this is the only screenshot from this time period that we see. The next oldest screenshot or video was in 2025.
But like, when you look at a girl like her, or just a person like her in general who acts like this, you honestly question, is there something going on mentally in their head? Like, are there, they may be on the spectrum or something, you know what I'm saying? Just saying.
So given that, and as well as the quality of these screenshots, I would personally not take it into account when deciding on whether this person is a predator or not. It is just way too unsubstantiated in my opinion, and you really can't be too careful when talking about these kinds of things.
Thanks.
There's another piece of proof that is used alongside that screenshot quite often. It is an alleged voice recording of Fibs saying something very, very gross.
Stuff like, I don't know why people think it's so weird.
The reason what you heard sounded so weird was because I had to very highly edit it so that it's actually listenable. I, of course, raised the decibels, I enhanced the voice, normalized loudness, and slowed it down because it was very sped up and very quiet in the original video. And I could not, for the life of me, find any non-edited or modified version of it, so that's what we have to work with. But about the actual video itself, it is very weird. Basically, Fibs is saying that she's into the R word and doesn't see why people think it's weird. You know, I'll come out and say this, and I don't care if I get hate because I've gotten hate for it before, but still, I don't care. If you're into that kind of stuff, you are weird. And yes, technically, what two consenting adults do behind closed doors isn't my business at all, and I definitely agree for the most part, but the conversation changes quite a bit when these kinds of people are involved. Let's say that no minors were involved and everyone is consenting. that's still a very degenerate thing to be into. Countless women and men as well have been traumatized for life because of those things, and you're going around parading that you're into it and that you don't see why it's weird. That is extremely insensitive and gross. Now, she said that it's something she's ashamed of and is working on coping mechanisms or whatever. I wouldn't really be judgmental since there's nothing to make fun of when it's a person trying to genuinely improve, but this is a different story. And the way she's going about this, talking about these things in her private Discord server instead of in public, is very telling.
But like, who the fuck is it? Like, who's joining her private Discord server, man? Like, it's that many type of people like her out there? Y'all got your own community? Nigga, the profile name is dumb as hell 8, bro. Oh my God. Like, I've been sitting here for the last 4 minutes and 28 seconds watching the most cringiest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. And you're telling me people willingly join her Discord? Don't tell me. Please don't tell me people pay for her Discord, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
Like, you cannot genuinely look me in the eyes and say wholeheartedly with full belief that you don't know why people think it's weird to be into that unconsensual stuff and the R word and things like that. Maybe I'm making too big a deal out of this, I don't know, but I really just want y'all to know my position on this. I don't care if you like pain or anything like that. Like, if you're into that, that's none of my business or concern. But when you start romanticizing real life issues like fibs is, then it becomes a problem in my opinion. You guys are about to see what I'm talking about as well, because we're gonna get into those screenshots of the conversations Fibs was having in her server. Firstly, she says, "Ha, I wanna blink my wrists so bad," which is just yikes. The second screenshot seems to be someone sending proof of Fibs saying something very, very gross in the server. The confessions channel, what it looks like. One of these confessions said that a person was feeling a little promiscuous. Someone replied, "Real," and Fibs says, "I'm not even going to anon this confession. I'm going to tickle my blank to Francie." And this Francie, who appears to be the individual who sent the screenshots, is allegedly a minor.
Oh my God. See, like, what do we do? What do we do, man? Where do we go with this? This is a grown ass woman, bro. Put her in fucking jail, man. That's what we gonna do. Put her in fucking jail, bro. This is crazy. And I have sympathy for people who are like, you know, a little bit slower or need more extra help or just not in the right state of mind. I do have sympathy for people. I can't sit up here, come on this camera and lie to y'all. But when it does come to messing with minors, that sympathy goes out the window, bro. I got to keep it real with y'all. Like, lock her up. It's like she's fantasizing about this shit, bro. Or I don't know.
There's also another variation of that message in this next screenshot, which helps its validity. Then, my lord, the next two screenshots says, "Who wants their initial on my body?" Which, yikes. And the one after that says, "I want to blank into someone, then..." Oh my God, I can't even read that. Up on screen now is more screenshots. Well, technically it's a screen recording of the messages, and they are certainly something. Fibs, once again, is putting her awful, allegedly by the way, awful interests out on display for literally everyone, and it's extremely gross and concerning. The next two screenshots we have are from a pretty long conversation in what appears to be a moderation ticket section of the server. Fibs says, "Why did you continue to harass Zane after he was kicked? I have screenshots that you were in his server." This person replies, "What they did was extremely wrong and unforgivable. They also continued to harass both me and my friends. I did join the server, but I don't recall harassing him or even talking to him directly." She then apologizes, and Fibs says, "Do you mean the gotcha stuff or supporting CSAM? Cause either of those two were in the past, and we do not judge people for stuff people did in the past. People can change, and people can grow. Yikes. Just yikes. And if you don't believe me, here's another screenshot up on screen here that shows the same thing with, I guess at a later date with a different profile picture and whatnot, which helps the validity of it as before. Just like, what, bro? What is the thought process behind that? I'm sure
What the fuck am I looking at, bro?
your guys' jaws dropped when you heard what I read out. Mine did too when I first read it. Not only forgiving someone who did such an awful thing, but it's like keeping them in your Discord server. Like, you know, do you guys see the issue here? It's not just, I'm not saying she's into that stuff, but someone who is apparently one of her best friends, and she's keeping them in the server because it was in the past. Just yikes, dude. It's, my goodness. And if you guys thought that was bad, let me show you the response video, which is worse by like 1,000%.
Does she have a job? That's a great question. Does this young person have a job? It says she's an adult. She's still living with her parents, you may assume. Does she have a job, my nigga? Oh my god.
Send.
Hi, so I hope this will be the last time I address allegation drama. The only reason why I'm addressing it is because it's kind of very serious. So the allegation that's going around right now is that I love. I'm not explaining what that is. If you want to know what that is, go look it up. Or don't, because I don't want you to see something you might regret seeing. So, newsflash, I don't support that. I was defending the person that got allegations towards liking. So, I'm about to provide screenshots of Zane's situation.
I came sit up here and lie to y'all. I don't know what that is. I genuinely don't know what that is. Maybe my mind is too pure for you guys, you know? Maybe I'm just too pure-hearted and clear-minded, you know? I don't know what the fuck that is, though. Genuinely. It gotta be really bad, though.
And here we go.
Okay, it says something to do with a child. Naruto was also a child. I'll just let her read it.
Naruto was also an enjoyer. I was also not enjoyed in a harmful or bad way.
Sorry for interjecting, but what? A minor cannot enjoy that kind of content in a bad way? What is that supposed to mean? I sincerely hope she is like, well, as you could tell, she isn't all there mentally, but...
Exactly, but another thing, bro, these niggas out here make, like, niggas who like anime, they make us have a bad rep. You know? And I'm not the biggest anime lover, bro. I don't watch a couple animes, but I mean, shit, I can never get into this shit because I'm gonna start being stereotyped, bro. It seemed like every nigga, not every nigga, but it seemed like most of the niggas who are weirdos watch anime, bro. It's just no way around it. Like, if somebody thought I was a weirdo because I watch anime, I genuinely wouldn't get mad. You should definitely think that way. Damn near, because most niggas who are weirdos like her watch fucking anime, chat. And I know some of y'all watch anime out there, bro. We not weirdos, but I'm saying niggas like her give us bad reps, bro.
Maybe, I'm hoping this was like a byproduct of that and she genuinely didn't mean what she said. Because if she did, my goodness.
Also, I didn't know their age at the time. I didn't watch the anime in years, and I didn't know their age, and nor do I remember their ages were even ever being mentioned. Why are you acting as if I'm made to look?
Bro, she needs to go back. There we go. Let me not be mean. Holy shit.
Like, as if it was the art. I don't believe you can get blamed for something you didn't know, like, legitimately. So yeah, I was defending Zane because they didn't know at the time, and they don't support that kind of thing now. Okay? So, no, I don't support. I, however, do support people that get, like, blamed for stuff they didn't know, though. Sorry if I didn't explain this well, I'm limited on time. Goodbye.
So she confirms that the screenshots are real here and defends them in the worst. She doesn't even defend them, she just said that they didn't know and that they don't do that kind of stuff anymore, which is just My
Weird.
goodness. Taking someone like that and letting them be an active part of your community with minors in it is just next level
Weird.
dangerous, next level reckless, and next level stupid. You know, just as the cherry on the cake, I'm gonna play you guys a clip where Phibbs admits to having minors in her server.
First thing, you're one to really talk. My server is filled with both underage and adult people, right?
So, Phibbs is admitting that her server has minors. It's filled with both minors and adults, whatever. That is unbelievably concerning, especially when you factor
My nigga, you gotta change. Like, shout out to Brody. I'm gonna put his video in the description, the original video. But bro, you gotta change this shit, bro. You gotta change this background, bro. Put some like put the sunset on or something in the background. Show me like a video of a sunset, my nigga. I'm tired of seeing this girl have these fucking demons being lifted. But bro, look at this shit. Like
in
demons are
those
coming out of
earlier
her.
screenshots and screen recordings of the awful stuff she was saying there, encouraging others to carve their significant others, like awful things, and keeping this Zane person in your server who possessed or was into CSAM is not just reckless and dumb, it's genuinely disgusting and borderline criminal. And she did it willingly and knowledgeably. So make from that distinction what you will. Personally, I think she is very dangerous. I think she's a predator as well. And I think she should be off the internet. Her account is privated now, thankfully.
Yes.
And hopefully it stays that way. That's it for this video, guys.
Man, we got to get her, bro. Somebody got to get some handcuffs and put her in a fucking jail cell, bro. That's gonna do it for this video, man. Shout out to Blood Speth. I think that's his name, Blood Speth. Y'all go subscribe to Brody. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Y'all stay safe out there, bro. You got people right here who are predators. Watch out for y'all kids. If y'all got kids watching this video, man, this shit is weird. You know, but T-ANDO is out, bro. I'll catch y'all boys in the next one, man.